Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of appropriate ages, this is the Daily Deucey podcast. Today is Tuesday, January 19th, and looks to be the last day of President Trump. And tomorrow, once President Biden gets in, everything is going to be great. We are not going to have any problems anymore. Everybody's going to have a job. Unemployment's going to go to zero. We're going to cure cancer, cure corona, and cure hatred. Everybody's on board, or else you're going to be on notice. Wow, I just really went into the red there. Okay, let's start. You know, they used to call me Deucey Sports, but I haven't really gotten into the sports dealings too much lately, but this story was probably too good to pass up. Mets general manager Jared Porter sent reporter unsolicited penis photos, says the New York Post. Mets general manager Jared Porter's standing with the team has landed on shaky ground following a report Monday night indicating he sent unsolicited texts and images to a female reporter in 2016, culminating with a shot of his naked, erect penis. So 2016, that was 5 years ago. Like, how did they not find out about that before this? Good Lord, dude. And then they just, like, that's one thing I don't really like is, like, if somebody does something shitty, like, let's out them right away. The fact that we hold on to these things until they get into, like, decent positions and then let it out is ridiculous. But, you know, if it was out and people knew about this and they just passed, which has got to be hard, man, for the Mets. Didn't they fuck up with the manager last year and they had to pick the new manager, like, basically after they already hired fucking Beltran? Like, you'd think they would have had, like, this has to be deep past fucking due diligence. ESPN reported that Porter, then working for the Cubs, sent the woman, a foreign correspondent who moved to the U.S. to cover Major League Baseball, 17 pictures in one burst. The first 15 photos were of a hotel and restaurants. The 16th was of a bulge in his pants, and the 17th was a bare peen. Good Lord, guy. What are you thinking? Like, do people realize that these things, like, they don't go away? I don't even care if you send a Snapchat, dude. Like, Porter acknowledged in the report he had texted with the woman, but initially said he had not sent any pictures of himself. Presented with more evidence by ESPN, as in the fucking pictures that he sent to the woman, he denied the explicit pictures were of himself, calling them joke stock images before declining further comment. Okay, like, what's worse? Like, sending fucking pictures of your wiener to someone? Or sending fake pictures of someone's wiener? Like, come on, dude. What are we talking about? You're sending fake wiener pics. Even, like, it would have been better off if they were real wiener pics. I don't know. I guess. Maybe, what do I know? I'm married. I don't really send wiener pics anymore. Porter, 41. So he's 41. You're old enough to know how the text messages work, bud. Was hired last month from the Diamondbacks as the Mets' new GM under team president Sandy Alderson. Ugh, this guy's fucking gross, too. I have spoken directly with Jared Porter regarding events that took place in 2016, of which we were made aware tonight for the first time, Alderson said. Jared has acknowledged to me his serious error in judgment, has taken responsibility for his conduct, has expressed remorse, and has previously apologized for his actions. Okay, so previously apologized to whom? Because then somebody knew about it, and if somebody knows about it, everybody should know about it, and then that means the Mets did not do their due diligence. Good Lord, dude. The Mets take these matters seriously, expect professional and ethical behavior from all of our employees, and certainly do not condone the conduct described. We will follow up as we review the facts regarding this issue. Yeah, I bet you will, boys. According to the ESPN report, Porter met the woman in an elevator at Yankee Stadium in June 2016, and they talked briefly. The only time they ever spoke. Oh my God, dude. Really? I didn't even get to that part. So this guy's sending cock pics, and he's talked to the woman once in an elevator. Jesus, it's not like you were like at the bar, like flirting heavy. Good Lord. The report said Porter soon began texting the woman and they corresponded sporadically. Hopefully not sporadically. Hopefully it was sporadically. Before Porter sent the woman a selfie to which she reciprocated. Porter responded, okay, well, lady, now we're getting it. She's definitely a spicy Latina, right? Is that the thing? It's either a spicy Latina or an Asian lady. Did we find out who the reporter was? I mean, that would make sense for baseball, right? A Latina or an Asian lady? You're gorgeous. And he asked her, want more of me? The pictures continued with Porter sending a shot of himself in bed with a bulge in the crotch area of his pants. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, hold on a sec. The pictures continued with Porter sending him a shot of himself on a bed with a bulge in the crotch area of his pants. Porter texted, like, ? To which she responded, yes. You are not married? Oh, she's definitely a Latina. Porter said he wasn't and asked if she would like to see more. According to the report, he sent more than 60 texts over the next 3 weeks, to which the woman never responded. Okay, the woman who has since left journalism told ESPN through an interpreter she thought it would be awkward to say no to Porter's questions and she didn't totally understand what was occurring. Bullshit. 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 Okay, so all right, listen, guy, if you send some fucking texts and she doesn't answer, just cut it off, cuz you got ghosted and that's it. Like, live with it. But now, let's be fair to fucking this guy. You're gorgeous. She sends a picture, you're gorgeous. Want more of me? They send more back. He sent her a picture on a bed where his fucking, basically his wiener out. He says, do you like? She says, yes. You are not married? So, listen, lady, if you didn't know what he was talking about, why did you say yes and then ask if he was married? Why would it matter if he was married if you didn't know what he was talking about? Come on, man. That's fucked up. Now, he should have cut it off after you got ghosted. You don't send 60. On July 20th, 2016, according to the report, Porter sent pictures with one of the 3 World Series rings he received with the Red Sox. Oh, tell me he put the ring around his wiener, because that would be hilarious. Then came 2 photos of his bulge in his shorts, with Porter asking if he was annoying her. The next day, Porter texted, I want to see you. His unanswered texts continued for the next +2+ weeks. Cuz, I get it, but like, maybe after the first week, you kind of let it go, babe. Porter then texted the reporter saying he thought he had seen her in the ballpark and she was so beautiful. The reporter panicked, according to ESPN, and hid to avoid him. I mean, like, just say no, man. Just say no. Porter further texted the woman saying he would soon be in Los Angeles at the best hotel in America and asked if she could meet him there. Porter subsequently sent 17 photos displaying the hotel facilities, but included a shot of his pants with a bulge and then a photo of the naked erect penis. Later, the woman says she received help in composing her first reply to Porter in weeks, calling his text offensive and inappropriate. Porter apologized according to the report and said he would stop. So, like, I find this so hard to believe that she had no idea what to say. Like, she says, yes, I like the picture, and asked if he's married, and then ghosts him. Just say, stop texting me. Like, you don't know how to say, just stop calling me? According to the report, ESPN first knew about the pictures in 2017. If ESPN knew about the pictures in 2017, the Mets should have known about the pictures. But the woman wouldn't speak about the situation until recently, agreeing to because Porter held a greater position of power and she wanted to prevent the incident from happening again. I don't really have a big thing to go in on this. Like, just tell the truth from the beginning, man. Everyone should have the right and fair ability to tell the truth. If you tell the truth and bad shit happens, then the person should be highly, highly punished. But if you don't tell the truth right off the bat, you're just leaving yourself open for a lot of problems, dude. Tell the truth. Okay? And hopefully these guys are telling the truth, because according to Bank of America, Bitcoin overtakes tech as the most crowded trade. Long Bitcoin has once again flipped long tech as the most crowded trade based on Bank of America's recent fund manager survey. In another throwback to the 2017 bull market, a major United States bank fund manager survey, or FMS, has put Bitcoin at the pinnacle of positive investor sentiment. According to Reuters, 36% of responders identified as long Bitcoin bet as the most crowded trade ahead of long tech in a January 2021 survey from Bank of America. January's report marks the first time that long tech has not been the number one in BofA's fund manager survey since October 2019, so about a year and a half. The result has marked a steady increase in positive investor sentiment for Bitcoin, seeing as it was the third on the list back in December 2020. So from December 2020 to now, the past 1 month, it has jumped from third, most crowded, so most popular, kind of where people have their most money and most kind of best ideals into, is long Bitcoin, which means Bitcoin further down the line in the future to go high. Indeed, the December 2020 edition showcased a healthy appetite for risk assets, with the majority of asset managers dropping cash for the first time since 2013. However, tech stocks are currently experiencing significant struggles in the market, with both the NASDAQ Composite and Dow Jones down by 150 and 90 basis points respectively in the second week of January. Back in 2017, long Bitcoin was chosen as the most crowded trade in BofA's and Merrill Lynch's global fund manager survey. That was when it really popped off and hit its first big, huge spike. In another survey reported by Reuters, this time from Deutsche Bank, respondents characterized Bitcoin as being in a bubble. According to the report, more than half of the investors in the poll predicted a 50% price decline for Bitcoin before the end of 2021, which could happen. I mean, listen, we were chilling at 6 for a long time, and then it started hanging out over 10, and we were happy as shit that it was hanging out over 10. And now it kept going up, and now it's, as I look, it's at 37. If it went back to fucking 16, 17, okay, that's great. Bitcoin is currently showing signs of a consolidation above the 36,000 mark, which would be a catalyst for another attempt at its all-time high above 40,000. According to JP Morgan analyst, Bitcoin needs to retake 40K or risk another 30% correction. So this is all kind of technical analysis stuff on these charts. But if it stays above 36 and goes to that 40,000 and breaks through 40,000, they're thinking it's going to shoot up a lot higher. So it needs to retake that 40,000 to stay in there and shoot up. If it does not, then they're saying we're looking at a 30% correction, which, I mean, you know, would put us still in the 20s, which would be still phenomenal. At the time of the writing of this article, Bitcoin is up more than 26% year to date, despite being about 4,000 shy of its all-time high price achieved back on January 8th. As of this podcast is 11 days ago. So, I mean, this is a breaking point. We're going to, you know, within the near term, we're going to be going either up or down, obviously, but kind of closer to this range. If we break through the 40,000, we should shoot a lot higher, as it did when it broke through 30,000 and went up really fast after there. If not, it says we might have a 30%. So 30% of 36 is approximately, you know, like 12-ish or something. So we're still going to be in the mid to 20,000s, which is still a phenomenal number for Bitcoin. And honestly, Ethereum is rocking. So we'll go to the prices right now. And if Ethereum ever ends up catching up to Bitcoin, then we're going to be really sitting nice. So The crypto Deucey update as of January 19th, 1:40 p.m. We have Bitcoin 36,929, 3% on the day. Ethereum 1395, 1395, 14% on the day. Litecoin 158.12, 6% on the day. And XRP up to 30 cents with a 7% increase for the day. I actually myself put a little bit more funds into my crypto portfolio. So even at these numbers right now, I'm still buying. Come on board, boys and girls. Okay, now for our local story. Wyckoff teen turns class project into online source for age-appropriate health information. So I'm going to be fair. I'm going to get into this, but when I first read the just from the beginning, I was kind of like taken aback, like, oh, age-appropriate health. They're going to be teaching inappropriate shit to kids. But it honestly kind of went a different way, and I'm proud of this girl, and she did a good job. So, can teens be encouraged to take charge of their health? Yes, says Indian Hills School junior Valerie Guevara. She has turned her request for age-appropriate health information into TeenHealth101, a multimedia platform operated by an international volunteer student staff of 100, serving followers in 17 countries. For her efforts, Guevara was named a Gen Z 2020 honoree by The Conversationalist, and she appeared on a YouTube broadcast with Dr. Oz. Cool. She was tasked with making like a blog for her high school, Spice of Life. It grew from there to include a website, online magazines, blog posts, social media. The health interest is understandable. Guevara comes from a family of nurses. Her father, grandmother, and aunt are all in the profession. She plans to study nursing as well. Like the YouTube video saying you can lose X pounds in 2 weeks drinking apple cider vinegar, it's easy for teens to be misled. And a lot of health information is not written for a teen audience. It's written for a language they don't understand. The challenge, she decided, was to provide one place where her peers could go for reliable and understandable health information on a variety of topics. In particular, she wanted to concentrate on the mental health challenges she saw emerging as students struggled with the isolation of COVID-19. Self-care is very important. Taking a break from the computer screen, if you can't go to the gym, how to work out at home. We get health classes one semester a year, and the curriculum is mostly sex and driver's ed. There isn't much about nutrition or how to deal with stress. Even in middle school home ec classes don't talk a lot about nutrition, eating disorders like anorexia or bulimia. I got to be honest. I agree 1,000,000%. We don't teach kids the correct way to eat, the correct way to fucking really work out. Say what you want about all these guys that go to the gyms, fucking gorilla sauce monkeys. A lot of those guys are really, really, the ones who actually take sauce aside, but like the ones who really take care of their bodies, really eat the right things, count calories, burn the right amount of calories, drink their protein shakes, their pre-workouts, their green drinks. Listen, this green Vibrance that my wife and I drink, we drink it every single day. That is basically my breakfast, and it has helped us significantly. You need to get a green supplement. You need to kind of eat correct, and there's a lot of people who don't know how to do this. Listen, my mom didn't know any of this shit, and that's why I was kind of fucking chubby and shit when I was a kid. Still fucking chubby, because she didn't really know anything about proper nutrition and stuff like that. And that's why I'm looking forward to seeing where my kids go, because God forbid they get my father's size and athleticism, and we treat them right and feed them right and give them proper nourishment. Maybe my kids will be fucking rich. But, the schools need to teach these things, man. They need to teach these kids how to work out, not in gym class like Mr. Weist, where he just rolled the basketballs around and we just shot around and fucking he's cutting like house deals on the side. Nutrition, how to deal with stress. I mean, these things are all kind of different topics, but they should know nutrition, should know what to eat, how to cook it, how to eat correctly, calories, protein, everything they need. And of course, how to deal with stress, dude. Just like my boy Joey Met, who's doing these high-level corporate wellness seminars with meditation and stress relief and stress management. Everybody should be meditating. I meditate every day for 10 minutes before I come on this pod. It's helped me a lot. Parents often think teens do this for attention. They don't think it's an illness, which is bulimia and anorexia. Said the challenge is to take ponderous articles posted by authorities such as the National Institutes of Health or the Mayo Clinic and translate them. We want to reach out to a younger audience with information that is accurate but accessible. I agree, man. I really do. You have already put out feelers via Instagram that drew an additional staff member such as Chicago High School sophomore Karis Kelly, editor-in-chief of the magazine. We double-check and cross-check everything. It's more about the vocabulary. The infographics also make it more palatable. I agree, man. She's added 2 Spotify podcasts and Zoom webinars. Go get it, girl. Good for you. Listen, if the parents and the adults of this generation aren't going to do these things for us, it's up to our generation to take it upon ourselves and do it. Yas, you go, queen. And I'm serious. Good job. Good for her. Okay, let's end it on one thing. I have not gotten into Wandavision just yet. I don't actually watch like regular television pretty much at all anymore. I watch podcasts almost all day. I play my games. I listen to music. I try to make some music. I watch almost no regular TV whatsoever. I live on YouTube and stuff like that. But here, Wandavision kind of has my eye, and I might end up taking a look at it. Avengers Endgame almost had a post-credit scene setting up Wandavision. Vision was killed in Avengers Infinity War before returning for the Disney Plus series. Wandavision star Paul Bettany has revealed that Avengers Endgame was originally going to feature a post-credit scene that would have foreshadowed the Disney Plus show. Speaking with co-star Elizabeth Olsen in a recent IMDb video, Bettany, who portrays Vision in the new sitcom-style series, outlined a scrapped Avengers Endgame scene that would have teased the superpowered android's perspective return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, despite the character suffering an on-screen death. At one point, there was going to be a tag where Scarlet Witch opened a sort of body bag drawer, and then there was the Vision. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about because I haven't seen any Endgame or Avengers nonsense. I'm not really into it. Despite not making an appearance in Avengers Endgame, the android Avenger reemerged in the MCU's Phase 4 opener WandaVision, which debuted on Disney Plus last Friday. However, the first 2 episodes of the MCU sitcom focused more heavily on the setup and introduction of the show's high-concept ideas than the plot, meaning that we're not much clearer about the Vision's return. Whether it takes place in Wanda's mind or the cinematic incarnation of the Scarlet Witch finds a way to alter reality, we suspect it won't end happily. With Wanda's involvement in the Doctor Strange sequel, Multiverse of Madness, the Scarlet Witch might even end up as broken as she was for a time in the comic book when the series draws to a close. I don't know what the fuck they were just talking about, but the only shows I kind of watch are shows that I feel are at least giving some sort of, lessons, kind of deeper, multi-reality kind of things, kind of like Westworld. So Westworld, any show on HBO or Showtime really. Billions is pretty good. I haven't watched this last season. And obviously the best show of all time, Mr. Robot. If you're not checked out Mr. Robot, if you have any sort of inclination into tech, hacking, kind of post-apocalyptic current political things, check out Mr. Robot. It's phenomenal. So once again, thank you, boys and girls. 23 minutes. Jesus Christ. If you guys are still here, please like, share, comment on the podcast. I have a multitude of other podcast long-form interviews coming soon. So we will get those cut up for you. Please check out the YouTube, the TikTok, the Instagram at Deucey, DEUCESTALEY. Bunch of gaming clips because I might be the best 37 plus Fortnite player in the world. I don't know if that makes me cool or not, but let's hope. All right. Thanks, boys and girls. See you soon.